This is good evening. So this is another opportunity for us to learn mathematics. Obviously, we are here again to have a feel of what we usually have in mathematics. So this evening, I'm coming late, a little bit late due to power failure, right? So thank you very much for joining me again after all the day's activities. This is what we have today, right? Here, so we are going to be looking at change of subject of formula. And in this case, we are going to be changing the subject of formula. So the first question here is that we should change the subject of formula from K. Here, K is the subject of formula. We are changing it to M right now. So it is quite easy. What we are simply going to do is to square both sides. So if we square K, we are going to have K squared then equals to, if we square this, okay, if we square the entire expression at the right hand side, the square will disappear, the square root will disappear. We will now be left with m minus y divided by m plus 1. So this is what we are going to get. Remember, our aim is to make m the subject of formula. So we are going to cross multiply. The next stage is for us to cross multiply. So we are going to make here over 1. Then we can cross it. Okay, we cross this way and cross this. So when we cross multiply, we are going to have k squared, then open brackets, m plus 1. Okay, then here we have 1 times open bracket m minus y. Okay, so this is what we are going to have. Then we can open the bracket. If we open the bracket right here, we are going to have k square m, then plus k square. Okay, because k square times m is a k square m plus k square times 1 is k square. So here, 1 times the bracket remains the bracket, okay? So this is what we are going to get here. Then we can bring like terms together. If we bring like terms together, we are going to have k square m. So bring this m to the left-hand side. We have minus m here. Then equals to, this is k square, right? And this is minus. So what we are simply going to do is to bring the k squared to the right-hand side. We know that the k square is positive here, so when it is crossing, changes to minus. Then here we have minus y. Then remember, we are here to make m the subject of formula, so always take note, which means we can factorize m since m is common at the left-hand side. We have m here, then k square will be left here, okay? So if you use m to divide k square m, you'll be left with k square inside the bracket minus. Then if you use m to divide this m, we will be left with just 1 here, and that is equals to minus. So we can open our bracket since minus is common. So we have minus here, then here inside the bracket we have k square plus y. Okay, then we can divide both sides, and that solves the problem. Once we divide both sides by k squared minus 1, we are going to get our m as the subject of formula. So we have m k squared minus 1, okay, divided by k squared minus 1 is equals to minus k squared plus this plus y divided by k squared minus 1. So this 1 will cancel this. Therefore, our m is now minus k square plus y. Don't forget that there's bracket here, there's bracket here as well. All right, so divided by k square minus 1. So this is exactly what we get at the end of the day after making m the subject of this formula. Okay, so that is exactly what we have to start with. Thank you for joining AZ Science TV. After the work for the day, you decided to join us this evening. And the students that are preparing for examination, you are always joining me. So thank you very much for joining me again. This evening, we have change of subject of formula as what we are just going to look at briefly. All right. So this is the first question. Please, if you are meeting me for the first time, you are joining AZ Science TV for the first time, and you are not subscribed, please do well to smash the subscribe button, and I can assure you, you keep getting values, okay? Quality values for your videos. You'll be getting quality values from AZ Science TV. Okay, the content in this channel is meant to ensure that students do well in their various examinations. So we're always reviewing past questions and questions that could come out, okay? So question that we suspect might come out, we'll handle such questions, all right? So this is how we handle questions here in AZ Science TV. We also give smart tips, okay, short tricks on how you can easily navigate some of these calculations, even without solving. You just look at it and provide answers, all right? So thank you very much for joining me, and let's proceed. Let me revise what I've said so far. Okay, here we are giving k equals the square root of m minus y, then divided by m plus 1. And it's inside the square root, okay? So, and we are told to make m the subject of the formula. The best way to do this, noting that what we are to deal with is inside the square root. So we have to square both sides so that we can cancel the square root. And this is only possible when we square both sides. So this is k squared equals the square root has vanished. So we are now left with m minus y and m plus 1. So that is what we have right here. Then we can cross multiply. When we cross multiply, we'll arrive at this. K squared will multiply m plus 1, and 1 will multiply m minus y, which is what we have here. Then we can open the bracket. When we open bracket, we have k squared times m. This is k squared m, then k squared times 1 is plus k squared. Then equals to 1 times m is m, and 1 times minus y is minus y. Then at this point, the next option is to collect like terms. Similar terms should be brought together. So this is m and m. Don't forget that we are dealing with m. So we have m and m here. So we bring them together here. K squared m minus m. This is plus m. When it is crossing, it changes to minus. Then here we have k squared. So when k squared is crossing to the other side, changes to minus k squared, then minus y. Right? So here we can factorize out the m. So we left only k squared minus 1 inside the bracket. Then here we can factorize out the minus, okay, or minus 1. Then we'll be left with k squared plus y here. Then dividing both sides by k squared minus 1, we are going to have only m left, because k squared minus 1 will cancel k squared minus 1. We'll be left with only m here equals to minus k squared plus y divided by k squared minus 1. So this is the solution to the question number 1 this evening. So thank you very much for being here. Now let's take the second question for tonight, right? The second question. So here we are giving you, all right, we are giving x equals 2u minus 3. Here we have 3u plus 2 at the denominator. And we are to make u the subject of the formula. So it is quite easy. The first thing we have to do is to cross multiply. Okay, we cross multiply. This is over 1, and we just cross multiply in this manner. All right, so here we are going to have x multiplying this bracket. So we are going to have 3u plus 2 then equals to, this is 1, we are going to have 1 times this one, which is 2u minus 3. So this is what we are going to get. This 1 will multiply this, while this x will multiply this, okay? That is cross multiplication. Then we can clear our brackets, noting that we are to make u the subject of the formula. So this will be 3xu, then plus x times 2 is 2x equals to 1 times anything here. 1 times 2u is 2u, then 1 times minus 3 remains minus 3. Now it's time to bring like terms together, right? So we bring these terms in u. Okay, these two are like terms because they have x, but this is u. Since we are to make u the subject of the formula, and bring the terms that have u together. Okay, bring them closer, which means we are going to be left with 3xu right here at the left-hand side. Then 2u can be brought to the left-hand side. Then we'll be left with 2u. It will be minus 2u because it is crossing the equality sign, so it becomes minus 2u. Then we are left with minus, this is plus 2x. When it is crossing, it changes to minus 2x. Then here, minus 3. So this is what we're going to get here. We'll get minus 3 at the minus 2x minus 3 at the right-hand side. Then we can factorize. Okay, let's factorize the common the common element here, which is, don't forget, it is u we are talking about here. So that's why we are very careful with the way we deal with u. So here u comes out, right? Then use the u to divide this. U divides u will give us 3x left inside the bracket minus 2. Okay, because when u is used to divide this u, we are left with only 2. U will cancel u, only minus 2 will be left inside the bracket. Then here we have minus. Okay, we can factorize out the minus and open the bracket, then write 2x plus 3. Since the minus is gone, right, then you can see that we have been able to isolate u. U is now has been isolated, has been precipitated from the bracket. This is no longer inside the bracket, it's now outside the bracket. So it is high time we divide both sides by this quantity, this bracket. So we have u, okay, 3x minus 2 divided by 3x minus 2, right? Then equals to minus 2, okay, equals to minus, then we open our bracket, then put our 2x here plus 3, okay, let's plus 3 inside the bracket. Then here we have 3x minus 2, so we are going to have 3x minus 2, okay. We are now aware that these two are similar and we cancel each other, and when these two cancel each other, we are now left with u as minus open bracket 2x plus 3, then divided by 3x minus 2. So this is the solution, okay? This is exactly what we got. We have succeeded in making u the subject of this expression. You can see that here we have u, while here we have other expressions. So we have expressed u in terms of x, okay? We have expressed u in terms of x. This minus is here because we factorized out the minus. So this is what we have for this particular question, and I hope you derive value in my video. And I also do hope that you enjoy the content and it's making sense So please, if you are deriving any value in my video and you are just coming for the first time, don't forget to smash the subscribe button so you can keep deriving more and more value. And if you have always joined me in my lessons, tutorials, including the one I did this morning, I appreciate you for being here, and I know that your presence will keep moving us forward. All right. So thank you very much. This is AZ Science TV. It's a channel where we solve questions in mathematics and physics. But right now we are focusing on mathematics because this is the season of mathematics. Okay, this is season of examination, and students are finding so many things difficult in mathematics. That is why we are dealing heavily with mathematics right now. Very soon to be both maths and physics. Okay, and tonight we are looking at change of subject of formula. So let me begin again. Please, as you have joined me, I do hope you will also subscribe if you are not subscribed. Okay, so now we are told to make u the subject of the formula. This is the formula. We are to make u the subject of this formula. The formula is x equals 2u minus 3 divided by 3u plus 2. So the next thing to do here is the first step to take here is to cross multiply. Okay, when we cross multiply the x, we multiply 3u plus 2. That is what we have here, x multiplying 3u plus 2. Then the one you multiply 2u minus 1. That's why minus 3 rather. So that's why this one is multiplying 2u minus 3. Then we can clear the brackets. X times 3u is 3xu, then x times 2 is 2x. Then here 1 times 2u is 2u, and 1 times minus 3 is minus 3. At this stage, we are very careful because we know that u is what we want to make the subject of this expression or formula. So we are going to bring all the terms in u together. That's what we have done here. 2u, when 2u is crossing to the left-hand side, to the other side, becomes minus 2u. The sign will change, okay, to the opposite sign. Then plus 2u, when it is plus 2x rather, when it is crossing to the other side, it changes to minus 2x. And here we are left with, we have minus 3, so we put them together here. Then here, we now know that u is common. We can bring it out from the brackets. Then we'll be left with only 3x here minus, then only 2 because the u's are out here. Okay, the u is out here, factorized. Then here, we have minus and minus. We'll bring out the minus, and we'll be left with 2x plus 3 inside the bracket. Then the next phase is to cancel by 3x minus 2. So that is what we did here. We canceled both sides or each side by 3x minus 2 and 3x minus 2 here. So what have we done? We have cancelled. We are now left with only u at the left-hand side, and which means u is now the subject of the formula, and every other terms are now here. So this is how you can make a letter the subject of formula.